Hello everybody, it is me Darcy, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to this, the Unnamed Podcast, the time of the week where I sit here with this and talk rubbish or whatever else comes to my mind, usually my mind, very rarely its mind.
It this week,
Hey. Guys, welcome back. We're in November, Kris.
We are.
It's halfway through November.
Yep.
I want to bring that up a bit later, but it worries me.
It's a little earlier than halfway, but we're almost there.
We're practically halfway
practically
through
well, by the time this comes out,
We'll be practically halfway through November.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still not quite there.
But guys, the reason I bring that up is just because when we get into channel news, there's some news going on. But Kris, let's get into channel news then.
Okay.
Take us away.
Indeed. So Monday this week was Coral Island.
It was, man. Let me tell you about that. I love that game so much. I financially ruined myself. But guess what? I now have other clothes that aren't farmer clothes. I got some sweet summer threads. And yes, it cost me most of the money I had, which means I couldn't do anything else.
They are expensive clothes.
They were expensive clothes. But I don't look like a farmer anymore. I look like a chill summer dude. And that's what I was after. And that's why I financially ruined myself.
A little less hippie?
No, not hippie at all. Like, nice collared shirt.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like collared polo
just like
shirt.
the Hawaiian shirt?
No, like a polo shirt. Nice pink, like chino shorts.
I'm not even surprised on that one.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, like I'm not surprised in the slightest.
But yeah, no. So like,
would I ever see you in that in person?
Absolutely.
Yes, but I've never seen it, so
the thing is,
it would still be a shock if I saw it because I'd just be like, "Holy shit, he went out and bought it."
The thing is this, right? There are 5 looks that a man must have.
Well, yes,
right. Formal,
obviously.
Business.
Yep.
Smart.
Yes.
Casual. And there's everyday.
Yeah.
So everyday is what I generally stick to. Jeans, a t-shirt, stuff like that. Casual is where we might go to a collared polo shirt and something nice and some nice pants or shorts if it's really hot.
Yeah.
However, usually when I'm in that casual mode, it's long pants, so like a nice clean pair of jeans or something like that.
Same.
Very rarely, because it kind of has to be you kind of have to be in the summer area, not just in the summertime, but like in summer area. So like at a beach club.
Yeah, fair.
That kind of vibe. So like if me and Jordan, when we went to Byron Bay, had been staying there a little bit longer, I probably would have pulled out the chino shorts and the collared shirt if we were more there for just a day where we were just kind of running around exploring.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the look, the casual, that's a casual look, but it's a casual summer vibe look. So if we're on an island somewhere, a tropical island, damn right I'm going to be wearing nice shorts.
Yes.
Because I'm being out there casual like. Yeah. Then you got, as I said, then you got smart, which is kind of like a nice button-up shirt.
Yeah.
Maybe a pair of slacks. Yeah.
Which is
go jeans.
Which is generally about as far as I go here.
Yeah. Then you got business. Business is, normal tie, jacket, maybe a blazer of some sort, suit pants, that kind of thing.
Yeah. And
then you got formal, which is 3-piece suits, tuxedos, tails, all of the super high-end stuff. That it's like, why are you wearing that? Are you going to a wedding or a ball, or are you meeting the queen?
Well, here it's 100%. Are you going to a wedding?
No, because most people actually dress business to go to weddings.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Like, I am talking
bow tie,
true, 3-piece, the full gear.
Technically, I wasn't wearing a 3-piece.
You were dressed more like a business.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Suit, tie, just a nice shirt. You weren't the accoutrement of
formal. Yeah, fair.
No one would look at you and be like, excellent, you're ready to meet high dignitaries.
yeah. Fair.
But one day, Kris, I will find a reason to go full white tie. Tails and all.
And I will have to go shopping to get it.
Tails and all.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, no. So yeah, I spend all of my money on this summer outfit, so I didn't have to look like a farmer all the time. And then I was like, cool, now I can upgrade. Oh, no, I can't. I have no money. And so I spent the rest of the episode trying to dig myself out of the financial hole I put myself in by going clothes shopping. because I'm a fucking idiot.
Yes, you are. Yeah. I'm glad you agree.
But it's one of those things, right, where it's like the way that they do clothes in that game doesn't actually make any goddamn sense.
Yeah.
Because like you have outfits, which are the whole thing,
Yes.
and then you have individual pieces.
Which
so
is
it's like
pretty standard.
okay, like, oh, I want to buy this shirt, right? So I buy the shirt, and then it's like, cool. Well, I don't have any pants or anything, so now I have to buy a pair of pants. Oh, and I don't have any shoes because my original stuff is all a singular outfit, so I can't just be like, wear the shoes from that outfit. It's like, no, you don't have shoes, so now you have to go and buy shoes. So I had to buy shoes, pants, and a shirt just so I could get a new kind of shirt and pants combo.
Well, you could have walked around without shoes and pants, but that would have been
not
weird.
a hippie. I'm not a hippie, okay? I was never going to do that.
Okay, you should have started with pants then.
Yeah, well, that's...
It's a little bit less hippie if you only have pants.
But it's also a little bit less farmer. Like, a very, very summer beachy and would work. But I'm also a farmer, so I need a shirt.
Well, yeah, okay, fair enough. But maybe you're a broke farmer. You haven't got the shirt yet. It's on label.
But that was it, and I was like, oh god damn it. Sorry, that's what happened in Coral Island. A very fun episode where I literally, in the first like 10 minutes, spent all of my money and then realized I'd spent all of my money and did everything. Spent the rest of the time trying to get back my... It was very much like real life.
Yeah, no, I get that.
It was like, oh shit, I've financially ruined myself. I guess I'm spending the rest of my time trying to fix that. Yeah. And that's what we did. That's how we roll.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't great.
No.
But that was Coral Island. It was, and it was Coral Island. It was like,
we know what to expect from Coral Island at this point.
It is a very calm, very relaxing game where occasionally I realize that it mirrors the real world maybe just a little too closely.
That's fair. But on other news, the game that came out on Wednesday, complete opposite.
Yeah, that wasn't it was.
Helldivers.
Yeah, so the last part of our Helldivers marathon came out that we filmed with our buddy Nick, and it was good.
And he's wanting to get back into that, so we want to do that again.
We should definitely play some more Helldivers with him.
Yes. It is fun.
When I have free time, I do enjoy doing stuff like that.
Yes.
Basically, guys, in this episode, we were finishing off. Well, I think it starts off almost perfectly, where I'm like, "Oh, Kris, we got to do one more mission for you to get that reward, don't we?" And you go, "What reward?" And then me and Nick spend the next, like, it doesn't come across in the video because I edited quite a bit out, but we spent about 10 minutes in that ship just being like, "What the fuck do you mean you don't know what this is, Kris?" And like, both of us are going at him because he's like, "I don't know, I've never looked at these things before." And we're like, "Kris, you've been playing this game for over like a year now?" Yeah. And you've never, looked at the things that pop up on your screen at the start of every fucking game?
No,
I was like, nah,
and then
I don't really pay attention. I just do it. And we're like, what the fuck do you mean you don't pay attention?
I literally just get in and play. Because most of the time, it's like, we get in, it's like, let's play some Helldivers. It's like, yeah, cool. I join you, and it's like, you run it, I join.
Yeah, but I usually be like, hey, do you need to do any missions? And you're like, nah, I'm all good. And I'm like, okay, then we'll just do whatever.
So that's literally because I haven't paid attention to the missions.
Fucking idiot. That's why.
But
that's what it is.
And then I think it was at a certain point, I pressed a button, I'm like, oh, those missions.
No, it was after Nick was like, I was like, you gotta go, no, because I was trying to tell you what to press to pop up, but I'm on an Xbox, so everything I'm pressing is just wrong.
Yeah, and then Nick's on the PlayStation.
Nick's going like, you go and you look at this, and you look at this, and you look at this, and I'm like, just go to the table. They pop up when you're standing at the table. You're like, what table? And I'm like,
yeah, I didn't think about that one.
What do you mean? There's only one fucking table. I was losing it, and that was like, to be fair, it was about 2 hours into us playing together.
Yes.
But like, it was also because of the way that we've put these out. It's at the start of the video is like me and Nick just being incredulous with you, being like, "What do you mean you don't know? How do you not know how to do this shit?" And then so then we jumped into a first mission, and what I actually did not remember from filming this was that we did 2 missions in this part because one of the missions we jumped in was like a 5-minute mission.
Oh yeah, it's super quick.
It was one of those super quick ones, and we didn't finish it.
Oh, we didn't?
No, we died.
Oh.
We got massacred. Not by the enemies. We fucking just ran in. We were like bang, bang, bang. We were a finely tuned machine.
Yes.
Until all of the fire tornadoes hit.
Oh, the fire tornadoes.
And
I forgot about the
absolutely
fire tornadoes.
obliterated us. Like, all three of us burnt to death
Like, we were just
at the exfil.
Yeah, we were just like at the exfil looking around and say, yep, oh shit, we got nowhere to go.
It was bad. Like, that was... But, like, yeah, so we jump in, we do that mission. Again, the mission is, like, destroy these things, and me and Nick are on it, and then Kris is like, yeah, but I gotta kill, like, 20 guys, and we're like, what the fuck are you talking about? And you're like, yeah, the mission says I gotta kill 20 guys, and we're like, what? Look up. It's like, Kris, that is an optional objective. And you're like, oh, I thought that was the mission.
Again, coming back to the thing of me not actually fully paying attention to the
like,
game.
The optional objective's, like, popping up occasionally. The actual objective was there, above it, the whole time.
Yeah, well, look, here's the
And
thing.
you're just like, I'm reading the part below the part.
Well, yeah, it said it was there. I'm gonna kill 20 guys. Come on.
Because I'm like, oh,
I thought we were trying to get as like, a higher percentage as possible. Let's do the optional stuff.
yes, but I'm like, the reason me and Nick got pissed at you is I'm like, okay, so we got to destroy 3 bases. You're like, no, 20 bases. I'm like, wait, what? And you're like, yeah, it says 20 here. And I'm like, what? No, let's kill 20 guys, not blow. That's not the mission.
But clearly, I will say it this way. I was looking at the number and nothing else.
We got to blow up 20 bases? I don't think so.
That's a... When do we go into Helldiver difficulty?
Well, I don't even think there's 20 bases in Helldiver.
No, there isn't. It's just super difficult.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that first one was hilariously funny. Just because, like, basically we had such a short amount of time to get in there and do everything. And, like, we're trying to do everything. And then at one point I'm like, oh shit, we've only got 6 minutes left before we need to exfil. Then we continue going. And then it's like, and then I must be the only one paying attention to it because the time is ticking down. I'm like, oh shit, we got to get out of here in 2 minutes. And all of us are like spread out over the map away from the exfiltration point. I was like, shit, we got to turn around and run or we're going to have no support. And then we all get back there and then the 5 tornadoes hit and we all died.
Yeah.
We completed the mission, but we all died terribly.
Yes.
So we decided to do another mission, which was interesting. So, first of all, Nick, who is the highest ranking of all of us, he brings in a vehicle.
Yes.
Because he's like, oh, guys, I got this. The mission before, we'd been like, if only we had some kind of vehicle so we could move around faster.
Yeah.
Well, he covered us there.
Yeah.
So, basically, him and Kris jump in Nick's car. And they start driving around. I jump in for a little bit. I'm on the gun, shooting things. When I say I'm in the thing for a little bit, like literally from the top of the hill to the bottom of the hill, I'm in the gun, shooting some guys, kill a guy, and I'm like, well, I'm going to check out this point of interest. And then they take off. And I'm like, cool. Pretty cool. I do some stuff. They're off doing things. The turning point, I think, is you've got like this massive, like I see, because of the way we film Helldivers, you only ever see my perspective.
Yep.
But from my perspective, you see this kind of whole horde heading towards where you guys have traveled out to. And I'm like, oh, guys. And it's like one of those walkers as well. I'm like, guys, you got some trouble coming your way. And then I'm like, well, maybe I can help out. And so I'm like, I've got lots of stuff I can help out, you know?
Yeah.
Be a bro. And so I like just start attacking this horde. And then for the next, I want to say probably 5 minutes, you guys face like 15 guys. The 2 of you combined with the vehicle with the heavy gun. And I face everything else. And I'm like, literally, I have to retreat back up the hill we rode down in the car. Because
I'm pretty sure we used a massive explosion in that too.
Yeah, you guys, because at one point I'm like, so guys, could you like come back and help me? Because I've gone from where I was fighting them, which was well after I got out of the car and was like, I was moving around on the flat land, to back where I got out of the car because there was just so many coming at me. And there's still so many coming that I've had to go up the hill. There's still so many coming at me. I'm like, hey guys, could you like come and help me? You guys are like, oh yeah, we'll be there as soon as we finish filling up the artillery piece. And I'm like, oh okay. Do you guys have many enemies? And Nick's like, you're like, I've killed like 15. And Nick's like, I haven't seen a single one. And I'm like, oh, cool, yeah, that's So you guys are just over there filling up a gun, and I'm fighting everyone with my pistol and assault rifle. Yeah, don't worry, guys, I got this.
Yeah.
And then you guys are like, oh, don't worry, you've now got access to the gun, and I'm like, cool. What was the very first thing you put in there? And you're like, oh, I think it was a high explosive. I'm like, cool, because I've thrown it about 2 meters away from me.
That's right.
And you're like, no, I'm pretty sure the mini nuke was the second one in there, so you don't have to worry. I'm like, well, I hope it's the second one in there. And then eventually I got overrun and died, and get called into where you guys are, where there's no one, and it's all peaceful and relaxing.
It very much was. Well, there was a few enemies. Again, I had to kill the 15 of them.
But it's just so funny because you guys are like, oh yeah, get this, oh yeah, this, and I'm like, ah.
Because I'm even pretty sure it was the point I started killing them, and then it was like Nick came around the corner. He's like, "What have you been doing?" It's like killing all the enemies that were coming over here. I was like, "There were enemies." Yes, they walked right past you.
But like, yeah, so you guys have been doing fuck all. I'm like fighting for my life. I get called in over to you guys, and then from that point on, the whole mission just goes downhill. But,
well, it's because I think it was just that area was just bad. It was just bad in general because I ended up getting back over there, and then I'm like, "Hey, this isn't so well. Where the fuck did these guys come from?"
Yeah,
and then I got overrun.
Like
as well.
it was fucked. There was a few standout points which I really fucking enjoyed. Like I loved them so much. Which was like one of them where you guys are talking about one of those the War of the Worlds walkers that the Illuminate have. And you're like, blah, 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 and you're talking about it, and I didn't realize how close we were all at that point because like we had split up, and you guys are talking about it, and you're like, watch out for that thing. I'm like, oh yeah, you're gonna want to watch out for that. I turn around and it's standing next to me. And so the one that you guys are like, oh, we gotta kill that thing. It's like has somehow snuck up on me, and it's like standing right behind. And I'm just like, oh shit. Then for some reason they were just able to sneak up on us out of like nowhere. The giant walkers would just appear and we'd be like, oh shit, where'd that come from?
Oh, look, it happened when we were in the cities as well, but that makes a lot more sense. But when we're in the middle of an open area,
Sometimes. But then the other one which was super funny was I died to one of those like auto turret things that they have, the electric auto turret things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Nick respawns me, and I'm like, okay, Nick, be really careful. There's an auto, and then he just explodes in front of me. I'm like, that thing, yeah, you found it.
Yeah.
He was like, oh crap.
I die to those fuckers all the time.
I know it was that. I think that happened in the episode before.
It sounds about right.
Where, or again, it could have been. No, I think it was the episode before. But
it could literally be any.
It could also be this one.
The Illuminate.
But there's one where I'm like running, I see it, and I hide, and then you come running behind me and just explode. And you're like, "That's your fault. You charged it up, so I never had a chance." But yeah, it was classic Helldive. It was a lot of fun.
A lot of stupidity.
I want to get back into it because I really want to unlock my solo silo.
Yes. At which point I very much have to worry.
I think everyone has to worry.
Yes.
But yeah, it's I'm really enjoying it. I'm as I said, I think Helldivers is just one of those games where you really do have to play it with your friends. If you're just playing with randoms, it's terrible.
Yeah, because they just want to get in, get out, and it's kind of just done. And it's like, there's no fun in that.
Whereas when you're playing with your friends, the situations you can find yourself in, the stupid situations you can find yourself in, are very good. So yeah,
and somehow easier to come by.
Yeah. So I don't know how much more there will be on the channel, but it's definitely a game that we'll be playing when we can. It's something that I like us and a couple of our friends to jump into and just have a quick game.
Yeah.
And that I think that's the beauty of it. Like you can play for like 10 minutes or you can play for 2 hours, and it's just it's a nice little game, and that's what I like about it, because it's one of those games where it's like, okay, I've had the fun I want. I'm not having fun anymore, so I'm going to stop playing. And it doesn't punish you for that. It's not like, oh, you're going to miss out on all this stuff. It's just like, okay,
go for 3 months, you're screwed.
Go, have fun. Okay, we're done. We'll stop taking your time now.
Yeah, go do what you want. I think we'll see you in a few months.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of games need to remember.
And the controls aren't hard to remember, except for diving. I can never remember how to dive.
No,
ever.
But yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff where it's just like, I feel like it's a good game because it understands that it's a video game, not a job.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of modern ones are like, hang on, you haven't played for 10 hours today. You're going to miss out on a lot of stuff. You better come back and play for 10 hours. And it's like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Anyway, that was Helldivers.
Yeah, very much was.
So then obviously Friday, today, you got the podcast.
Yeah.
So that'll be what you're watching right now.
Yeah,
if you are
exactly.
watching it. If you're not watching it, then you don't know what I'm saying.
Exactly.
And then this week is a Minecraft.
Oh, it is too, yes.
Yeah. So, before I even start talking about what that's going to be, obviously me and Kris have talked about doing a Sky Factory, and I'm hoping to get that set up in the next week or so, so that we can start filming, and so in the next couple of weeks we can have a Sky Factory 4 Minecraft coming out, the starting point,
Yes.
the beginning. So that is on the plan, that is on the pages, that's ready to go.
Yep.
Well, that's almost ready to go. I just have to do some stuff.
Final tweaks.
Final tweaks, pretty much, and just remember how to actually play it. I don't recall if we need to launch it in a special way or if we can just launch it through the way we not launch normal Minecraft. And so I need to look into that.
I think it was a special way.
I'm thinking it's a special way, but that's all fine. That's all back-end stuff that we need to figure out.
Yeah.
I in particular need to figure out.
Yes, and then he should then tell me.
Yes. But the reason that I was talking about it being halfway through November right now,
yes,
is because that's sort of important.
Yeah.
In this Minecraft, I start work on the Christmas challenge.
I figured that's what was happening. Yes.
Yeah. So, if you remember me talking about the Christmas challenge when I was talking about the Halloween challenge, I was like, the Christmas challenge should be easier because I don't have to do all of the working stuff. I just have to build what I'm building.
True.
Well,
It's become difficult in a different way that you weren't thinking about.
No.
Okay.
Incorrect. What I'm building is a mountain. A big old mountain. And in my mind, I went, it's going to be easy. I've just got to put down rocks, and I got to put down snow, and I got to put down trees. That's pretty much all I've got to put down. And I'm correct. That's about all I've got to put down. The thing that, in my naivete,
Is there's a lot of
I didn't think about is that I'm hand building a mountain.
yeah,
And
and then depending on how big that is, which I assume you've accidentally overdone it and gone bigger than you expected.
Okay. I'll talk about that in a second.
Oh, okay.
But so basically, it's big. It is big, but it kind of needs to be big for what I want done. And yes, I am not building a fully fledged mountain. I'm building a shell of a mountain, like
Yeah, obviously.
like amusement park mountains, where they're like, it's just an outside shell. But yeah,
Honestly, that's still a pain on its own.
yeah.
Yeah, because it's got
I know.
because you're not
I
building onto anything. You're trying to build into something.
I filmed for an hour and a half building this thing. I don't know how long the video is going to be because I haven't started editing it yet. Basically, I got very little done. By the time you guys see it next, because I spent a couple more hours working on it with watching like YouTube videos and stuff. Just like I went into like work mode, not filming mode, which is have something else going and just do the stuff.
Do it in silence.
It's going to be like it is upgraded from what you guys last saw. So don't worry about that. She's coming along nicely.
Yeah.
But yeah. In my naivety, I went, this is going to be so much easier because I don't have to make stuff work. And like the decoration is planting trees and covering it in snow. That stuff's easy. And I was correct. I just kind of forgot the point that when you're building a giant mountain by hand, you got to put in every single block. So I probably put in something close to like, I wouldn't even hazard a guess, but I'd say probably close to about 10,000 blocks at this point.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
And I'm like, cool. I'm not gonna kind of mention the percentage done, but it's probably less than 10%.
I was gonna say 20 to be nice, but
No,
given I haven't seen it yet either. But
no, it's less. It's about less than 10%. But
fair.
I am sitting there like because the way I build things, guys, is I have an overarching idea that I'm like, this is what I want to do, and then I kind of figure it out from there. I don't ever really go in with the concept of like, oh, this is how you do this and this is how you do this. I find that you need to be more flexible than that. And so I describe it as deleting construction. So like additive construction is where you start with something and you build out from it, right?
Yeah.
Well, mine is like, I try and build something up and then I have to remove bits and pieces to make it all fit together. And like I go, I need this, 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 and this. And so I try and work on those sections and then get them all together and then remove what needs to be removed to make it all work. And for me, that works really well because it ends up coming out with what I want instead of me having to compromise later and be like, oh, even I want to do this, but now I can't because I've done and ending up with something that I'm not super happy with. But it means it is a lot of work.
Only a small amount of work.
So anyway, speaking about the size. So basically, I started this one off with I want to say...
Didn't even count it, okay.
I want to say it's 60 blocks. So it would be 120 blocks square base plaid.
Yeah.
And I went, okay, here's my base, and now I'll go up. And so I'm like, where's the peak of the mountain going to be? I went, 200 blocks is pretty good. So
remember that ambitious thing I said earlier?
And then
over ambitious, sorry.
And then as I was starting to build it, I was like, 200 blocks is really high. 200 blocks is really high. We were well above the clouds there, like well above. You couldn't actually see the ground anymore from it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And so as I started building, I went, oh, we'll stick with that for now. And then like about as I got to the end, I was like, 100 blocks is fine. We're still at we're almost at cloud level then, so we'll still have that nice. I'm like, but 100 blocks is fine, and 100 blocks is going to give me a 200 block mountain would be too tall. It'd be too tall.
Yeah.
So I think 100 blocks. I think 100 blocks high is going to work out for me. But at the same time, now I have to fill in with a few with like all of the challenge parts. So there's something.
But would you want it 60 wide if it's only 100 high? Or would you want to bring that in a little bit as well?
No. So basically, what you're looking at is it's not conforming like this. It's going to be more like bip 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 bip.
And it's going to have like a little point on top with a little cave on the top, near the top somewhere, and a little green figure inside.
It's going to be fine. Yeah. When you see it, you'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, this makes sense. That's what it is. It's kind of like But so basically, because of what the challenge is going to be, I'm like, okay, there's got to be I think about 6 or 7 like challenge points, like challenge parts that I have to do, and so I just have to figure out. I've got 2 of them already built, so like we're halfway there.
Yeah.
It's just we're almost halfway there. It's just that I'm trying to build each of the challenge points first, so that I'm like, this is the challenge, this is where it's going to be, and then hooking them together is just the mountain.
You're building the mountain around it.
Yeah. So that way, it's kind of like it's a little bit easier. It's just a little bit easier to deal with.
Okay.
And
that makes sense.
But that's sort of where we sit with that. As I said, the reason I bring up that it's about halfway through November is when I originally envisioned this, I was like, this won't take me that long. And yeah, it was just, again, realizing like halfway through doing what I was doing, like being like, you idiot, you're building a mountain by hand. Of course this is going to fucking take a long time.
The over-ambitious thing again.
Yes.
Over-ambitious without thinking. You do that occasionally.
Ambitious, yet stupid.
Yes. That sounds accurate.
Yes.
You have a habit of doing that when building shit.
But hey, it generally works out. And the thing is, with this one, because unlike the Halloween one where it was like I was working on an aspect every kind of episode that I was doing a build of it in. It would be like, today I'm working on the house, today I'm working on this. Because this is just a mountain, it's kind of like each challenge, you guys probably won't see much more building of it because it's kind of better for me to just go in and build it solo. And be able to just like focus on building it and trying to get things to work instead of trying to do building it and recording. And like the way that I work best is like when I've got distractions going off everywhere and I'm just like boop 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 boop, because I'm very easily distracted. So if I got like YouTube videos running or TV shows running or anime running, and I can just sit there and work, which I can't do when I'm recording. I get a lot more done. So I think I filmed for like an hour and a half. I worked for an extra like hour after that, and the stuff that I did in the hour after was probably not better, but like I just achieved more, or felt like I achieved more. So there'll probably be like 1 or 2 more videos on it, but in those videos you're going to be like, it's going to be like you're jumping ahead quite a bit, because what you saw at the end of the last video will not be where we start the next video. It'll be like, so this is what you saw, and then bang, this is where we're at. So you kind of saw me building up to this, and then you go, bang, and that's me finishing it off. Now it's finished, and you go, oh, that's kind of cool, because we saw what you were doing to try and get there, and then we get to see what it looks like once it is there.
Yeah, which is fair. Makes sense.
Which is
a good way to do it.
Yeah. And so, like, yeah. And basically...
watch the whole process.
Yeah, and basically, a lot of the process is just putting in stone. It's literally like, here's a stone, and here's a stone, and here's a stone, and how do I get these stones to meet up? And, like, the other thing that I have to kind of do right now, when I'm in this stage that I'm in, is not get caught up in trying to make it look finished. Like, be okay with the fact that things are going to look a little bit man-made, and then I can come in later and add a little bit of detail to try and break up that look and make it look a little bit more natural. So
fair.
That's something that I have to be okay with, because I am someone who's like, oh no, this looks like, I'll build something and be like, oh, that looks incredibly flat. I'm like, that doesn't even look real at all. And then I'm like, no, I have to leave that because I can come and add the detail in later, because the detail is just detail. It's like, what I need now is I need to build the structure so that I have it all built, because I can run the challenge if I have all the structure there. True. I can't run the challenge if I don't have all the structure, but what I have there looks really nice.
True.
So there's a bit of that going on as well. But I in one of the sections that I was just building, I did test kind of the finished look, so that I could have a look at it and be like, this is what it will look like when it's finished. And I was like, that's actually really what I want. So I'm pretty happy with where we are at the moment. And I just, I have a lot of work to do, but you know, that's all part of it.
Yeah.
It's all part of it.
That's it. Makes sense.
It's crazy how, to me, in my own mind, I went, this is the easy part. I'm just going to build a mountain by hand. It won't be difficult.
No, hear me out. I can see why that was the thought process.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot less intricate moving parts.
I also didn't have to build like,
you have to build a maze. You didn't
portions. I didn't have to kind of like build this whole set.
Yeah.
I was just like, I can build a mountain. Building mountains are easy. They're just a pile of stuff. Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
Yeah.
But yes.
So, yeah.
That'll be Minecraft.
That will be Minecraft. And I hope, my plan is my plan is to have a really, really, with most of my builds the same with this one, I want it to, when you guys see the final one that's going for the challenge, I want it to look really cool. I want to have like a cool kind of scene setting type thing for it. So there's a few things that I want to do, but they may not happen before this one. But my plan is sort of to build these challenges and then be able to modify them slightly so that we can reuse this area again at another point for another challenge, but it will always, every time you use it, it can be different. So instead of having set kind of this is the challenge, it's like the challenges can change a little bit.
So we're just gonna call it Challenge Mountain.
I would call it Snow Mountain or the Snowy Mountain or something else mountain, but we probably won't have a name for it until we actually see it perfectly. Mystic Mountain could be good. I like Mystic Mountains, except it's not good. Mystic.
There is not a witch on there trying to hunt me.
There was actually a witch on there.
You know what?
Bitch just showed up out of nowhere and was like, meh. And I'm like, oh, why are you always around me?
I enjoy that happened.
Yeah, I wasn't happy about it.
Because that just makes the mountain's name so much.
To be fair, I did like spend a bit of time also lighting everything up because I was like, and I was like, wait, I have a giant slab here, and every night it's just spawning millions of monsters. So I had to put like all of this lighting in.
Yeah, which you're gonna have to remove.
Yeah, I will have to remove bits of it, but hopefully not too much. And I've also kind of found the lighting that works for what I've got. And
yeah.
So hopefully the parts that I do need to light up, I can use this and it will fit in with the lighting that I'm going to use will fit in with the overall aesthetic.
Okay.
But like that's, guys, as I've said a million times, that's kind of how I build things. It's like I want to build something functional, but I don't want it to just be functional. It needs to look the part as well. I kind of want to build functional sets, not so much just a working thing. Like building a working thing is fantastic. It's one of the best things you can do in Minecraft. Build something that works the way you see it working. Yes. However, I also really, really, really like when things have a good look. So like when it looks real, like so if you're going to do like a game that has to do with lava, well, maybe you should do that game in something that kind of looks like a volcano.
Yeah.
So you spend the time to make the set look cool because then it feels better. Whereas, you know, you could just do it in the middle of an open field and have 2 towers with lava, but, you know, then you're just kind of in an open field with 2 sets of lava. Whereas if you're in a volcano, you're like, haha, yeah. And it looks cooler and everyone just kind of feels a lot more in it because it feels right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But anyway, that's my gripe. that's my issue. My issue is that at some point I looked at myself and said, Darcy, building a mountain is easy. This is an easy job. And then at another point I realized halfway through it that I put down 1 block at a time.
It's tedious. It is tedious.
It's tedium at its finest.
Exactly. The other one was just like trying to get the set looking nice and have the set working. And this one is just tedious. And then there was only one thing that didn't quite work.
What was that?
There was a point where I was doing something to open like a... I was opening something, and then you had to go around and force it open because it didn't quite work properly. I can't remember what it was.
There was that right at the start, but that was kind of because you jumped down into the workings of the system, which fucked it all up. And then...
No, something else happened towards the end. Something else happened towards the end. And like
that was something that there was no real way to fix because you had to lower something to go into it.
Yeah.
But you can't jump to get out. So I just went to lift it up so you could get back out of it.
Okay, yeah.
Because there wasn't really a way that I could do that without it doing that.
Yeah.
I probably could have made a secondary switch in there that you could have done it, but you would still need to have access to that switch whilst on it. And one day, hopefully, Minecraft will allow you to treat redstone powder as if it's, you know, flat, and not have to give it a whole block to use.
Yeah,
fair. I think that's the biggest issue I have with it, or like being able to use like. Ideally, I think if Minecraft really wants to get its redstone working at a better level, I think the next update they should do is have redstone infused items. So it's like
So you can put
This is a
redstone
wooden plank,
infused
but so it looks exactly like every other wooden plank of its type.
But underneath it looks like redstone.
It's like you put redstone next to it, so it's like it's got redstone in it. So if you put that and you put redstone signal coming to it, it acts as if it's redstone, but it looks like a wooden plank.
Yeah.
So that way you can have your look all right, but you can still make a redstone path.
That could literally be something like half the plank looks timber on top, redstone underneath.
Yeah, you could just have like a
So
little
you can
line of
legitimately
redstone running through it, but
yeah,
like or it could just be like there's like little
and that's just a texture.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like the way that it works is like it's like a redstone block. It's just textured to look like all these other blocks because that way you can use it to build and you don't have to be super obvious that it's there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which I think is the next big step if you really want to make Minecraft mechanics work, is that especially for stuff like what we were doing, you really need to be able to hide the redstone path, which I wasn't able to do in a lot of situations because I needed the redstone to run in certain ways. And the only way to hide it then is to have a pretty much 9x9 area of blocks that, because you have to put it inside a block wall. So it doesn't really work if you're trying to do it in more enclosed areas.
Yeah.
Whereas if you could have blocks that acted like redstone wires, but looked like the actual blocks, you know,
you wouldn't have to make a building so big.
You wouldn't have to make it so big, and you could get away with a lot more kind of stuff because you could run cable and stuff underneath, and then you could have the block where it comes to just being a normal looking block. It would also make making redstone travel in different directions a lot easier because you could just go block, block, block instead of having to go, oh, now I've got to go step, step, step to get my redstone up there.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's something that, you know, they do think about. I think redstone has been almost neglected in the world of Minecraft because most people don't ever get to the point of using it.
It's because a lot of people see stuff on it. It's like, you know what? I can't be bothered to learn that right now.
I think so. And I think like they go,
like,
redstone is only for the people who are super into it. So like they give you things like, they give you a new thing that's going to create a redstone signal. It's like, oh, if you use this with your but they've never actually gone back and actually looked at the redstone wiring path and how to make that easier.
Because let's face it, there are a lot of people who play Minecraft just of an afternoon to be like, I'm just going to chill out for the next 2 hours.
And they build mountains instead of complex.
Exactly. And let's face it, a mountain's a lot easier to build than a whole redstone system.
Yes.
It's a very different thing. So a lot of people just get in to Minecraft and build.
Most people never use the redstone. They'll use, you know, like, to be fair, I've played Minecraft.
I've tried playing around with it without looking up a tutorial and that sort of stuff, and I got nowhere.
Yeah.
I only got one of the 4 things I was trying to get working.
Well, that's sort of like me. I've played Minecraft since the beginning.
Yeah.
Since the beginning, and this was the first time I've really dabbled in redstone. Yeah. And I enjoyed what I was able to do with it. It's just that I did notice the limitations. And sometimes in using it, I had to make sacrifices on the look of things because I was like, I need this to run like this, but I can't just, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah. So I think like one of the things that I would really, really think that would benefit the Minecraft building community would be like blocks that can act as like redstone blocks that look like the other building materials so that you can hide the fact that there's wiring there, but still get it to work properly. Because a lot of things, it's like, you need the redstone touching this for it to work. And it's like, okay, but now to have it touching this, I now have to show that there's a redstone signal there. Yeah. Whereas if you had a block that looked like a normal block, but it's actually acting like a redstone.
Yeah, because
especially considering like the blocks are so fucking huge. Like the thing is, those blocks are massive, and it's like basically what I'm talking about is like, imagine if instead of having to put the redstone on top of the block, it was in the middle of the block. Yeah,
and it's a pain to do.
Yeah, but anyway, that's my gripe about the redstone. How you could use it to make, because I think the other thing is, and the reason that I think this would actually be a benefit to people who use redstone is that by the time ready to start using redstone stuff, you've probably learned a lot about how to do all the other kind of stuff with building to make things look more than just giant squares.
Yeah.
And so you're like, oh, I think I can pull this off, and I can do this, and I can do this, and you know, if I could pull off that Halloween island, people who are actually good at it can do so much more.
Oh yeah.
And so I think that's kind of the thing. It's like, if I could do that, the people who are good at it can do so much more. And I just feel like the tools that you're giving those people aren't the best.
Yeah, I can
Whereas
agree
like
with that,
we're getting all these tools for like the people who just want to go out and like build really easy stuff, or just go out and like, you know, fight zombies and whatever. But like for the top end builders, the ones who want to do like the cooler stuff, I feel like they either have to mod.
I think in a lot of cases they do.
Oh, they already are. Like they already are. But like, imagine if there was just things in it that made in the base game that just made that easier.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Because then you could go like, okay, well, here's what you can do in a base game. Because I think that's what a lot of people don't think about, is that like, yes, it's super cool when you see someone with a billion mods make something that's super awesome. You go, wow, that's awesome, but Jesus Christ, they're using a lot of mods. Whereas when you see someone do something that's like awesome without any mods, and they're like, no, you can do this all in the base game, you go, okay, hang on. Now I want to go and try shit like that, because modding isn't everyone's cup of tea.
No, it's not.
And
a lot of people are like, no, it's got to be the base game only, and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't mind modding, because modding can be fun.
Absolutely.
It can add an element into the game that wasn't ever supposed to be in there in the first place.
Yeah.
Like what we've done with Left 4 Dead 2 every time we played that.
Yeah.
So many mods.
But like the thing is, like, I think there's different mods for different things. Like most RPGs, whatever, benefit from mods, because that adds things to the game that the people building it never thought about or whatever. Yeah. Building games, they benefit from mods. So like Minecraft really does benefit from mods, because you can add so much more stuff into it. Like I kid you not, some of the best mods don't even really add that much to Minecraft. I think my personal favorite 2 of all time are build ones.
Yep.
So you can just put down lots of blocks at once, and the mod that shows you light levels.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that you know, because you know we use it all the time when we're playing Sky Factory, but you know where it's dangerous and where monsters might spawn. So you know you need to put lights there, because you can just look, there's an area that's too dark. I'll go over there and light that up.
Yeah, that's actually
so good. Those two don't really do a whole lot. They don't add a massive amount to the game, but they're just 2 very good mods for.
It's a really good tool, basically.
Yeah, they're tool mods.
But yeah,
they make doing stuff a little bit easier, because and take some of the guesswork out of things that you do.
Yes.
But yeah. But anyway, as I said, that's the whole thing with Minecraft. It's just the fact that I made a correct statement whilst also making an incredibly incorrect statement. Yes,
because it was a correct statement for anyone listening, but you knowing exactly what you were going to do was very incorrect.
Anyway, subscriber count, Kris.
We are at 331.
There you go. Look at that. And and as obviously the shorts are still coming out.
Yep.
There's a couple coming out on Thursday. That I love them. One of my favorite ones I've done in a long time.
Yep.
Is coming out today for us, because we're on a Thursday.
Yes.
But yesterday for you guys if you're watching this.
On time.
And it's one of my favorites, because it's just stupid. It's a stupid Minecraft one, but you confuse me.
So
check that one out.
Something
guys,
I did.
If you haven't already.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that wraps up channel news.
I think so.
That was a long one, guys.
It was.
So Kris, what's been going on, bud? What's been going on since I last saw you? Has been a while.
It's been a week.
It's been a week.
Flat tire. That was a fun one.
Yeah, always is. Always is.
Can't be repaired, so I need a new tire. That's a down the track thing. Other than that, I've gone to work.
Wait, how's that down the track thing? You need tires.
I have 5 mags, which means I have 5 full proper tires.
You have 5 tires.
So technically, my spare is an actual tire. I will replace that down the track a little bit.
That's nice.
Yeah, it makes it a little bit easier for me, so I don't have to actually just in a rush be like, oh, I need a tire.
Well, it is also,
it is a good idea to have a spare, and that's why I'm not going to leave it too far down the track.
Yeah.
But
I want to talk about that because I don't understand why they started putting out those spare tires that don't function in Australia.
80 and 80s?
Yeah.
80 kilometers an hour for 80 Ks?
Yeah.
Yet between a town, it's like, yeah, you can do 80 Ks an hour on the road and move off anytime someone's coming past, but you're generally more than 80 Ks away from the next place.
You might not make it to the next tire shop.
Exactly. And then, look at when most people travel. There's a high chance that one of those days you're traveling, they're also not open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing though is, and I noticed this like just at a shopping center one day, which was that someone had it attached to their car.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, you've gone shopping. That's not just happened.
Yeah.
That's not you are driving around with that tire on, being like, oh, but it's my spare, so it should be fine.
A lot of really thinking about it. It's like I get it. Like if you're in town, it's like, could you drive around for a few days? Sure. But
would you?
I'd rather not.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd rather not.
No.
See, I'm completely fine with it. As I said, it is a full tire. I don't have a problem with it. I can do full speeds and everything.
Yeah.
By just swapping them over. So it's not too much of an issue for me. So I technically don't have a spare. I just have a tire.
Cool.
Works out well. Other
I
than
just
that,
have a fifth wheel.
well, yeah, that's pretty much it. Other than that,
Life's been boring.
yeah, pretty much the usual boring. Not too much. Nick and I have been playing quite a bit of Rivals in their zombie mode.
Right. Yes.
Nightmare 4 is brutal. We still haven't finished that.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes.
So Nightmare 3, I've managed to solo.
Yeah.
So without a problem. And when the time I got a good set of cards for it, breezed through it.
Right.
Not a problem. Go to Nightmare 4. No.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Like,
no. Basically, it's just waves of zombies.
Right.
So initially, everything below Nightmare is you go from one place to another, defeat the zombies there, eventually get to one of the mini bosses, which is just first one's always Namor.
Yeah.
You beat him, you go to another couple places, and then you end up fighting Scarlet Witch at the end.
Right.
Once you get to the Nightmare ones, it's just in that end area. And it's just waves of zombies. So it starts off with just 10 waves, so it's not too bad. And at wave 5, you get Namor. Wave 10, you get Scarlet Witch. Right. Then you go to Nightmare 2, and it just gets a little bit harder.
Right.
Okay. Nightmare 3, now there's 15 waves. Still, once again, the 5th wave is Namor, 10th is Scarlet Witch.
Yep.
And then round 15 is both of them at the same time, with a wave of zombies coming in with it as well.
Right.
And then Nightmare 4 is 20 waves.
Yep.
So 10 and 5, same thing. Get to 15, and it's Namor and Scarlet Witch again.
Yep.
And then you get to 20, and it's just 2 Scarlet Witches.
Right.
And that can be quite a bit of a pain, especially if you're not dealt with a good set of cards, because it is random.
Have you guys tried to just be better?
We did try that.
No.
We did. No, we didn't.
No.
It helped a little bit. We went from getting to like wave 5 to wave 8.
Oh, okay.
So
you did get better.
we actually did get better.
Yes.
It is brutal, and people have soloed that.
Yeah, because people are good at games.
Yeah, and lucky apparently.
Yeah, maybe.
Well,
maybe they're just good though.
Well, see, one of the ways they say it for Blade, because I tend to use Blade, is you get a certain card, which gives you 140% extra damage to the Ancestral Sword.
Right.
You then go into just, instead of buying more cards, you go to the random card that's on the side, and then it gives you something there where it's like you hope to get the blessing of reflection,
Right.
because it just, if you've only got one card, it just gives you the same card again, but it'll be like, well, blessing of reflection 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right.
If you get the 5, it gives you that one card 5 times.
Right.
So now it's, well, now I've got the 140% another 5 times, so now it's a total of 6 stackable times.
Right.
And then if you're lucky enough to get like 3 times in a row, you're running smoothly. However, if you get a random one where it's like, hey, it's a blessing of grace or something like that, it's like, oh, by the way, here's this very small healing ability, or like the common one, or it's like 2.5% extra damage. It's like, well, that's fucking nothing compared to that. And and then if you get the reflection one next time, there's a high chance it'll just give you the low card instead of the high card. So you've got it. It is somewhat luck based.
I'm not gonna lie, it's bad strategy.
I don't use that strategy. I refuse to.
Getting lucky is never a good strategy.
No, because one of the
things will go my way.
We found a video where it's like this dude is going, it's like, and if you don't get that, I just leave the game, start again. It's like, that's horrible. I want to play the game. That's
how you make the luck strategy work.
It is. So I've just gone down the track of I just buy the cards I'm looking for.
Yep.
And only the cards I'm looking for. So I don't buy any of the one cost cards because they're like super low and they don't give you much for it.
Fair enough.
So I generally go for the 5 or 10.
Fair enough.
Works well. Yeah. So we've been playing a bit of that.
Been playing a lot of that by the sounds of it.
Yes.
Right. Oh well.
Yes.
There's some deliveries this week.
Some delivery? Oh, you got your hats.
No, no.
No, a little bit further away.
No, I got my new custom-made baseball glove that arrived yesterday.
Nice. I remember you talking about that a while back.
That one is very nice. I now just have to break it in. So
yes, yep.
Hopefully I'll have that done by the season.
Yep, that'd be nice.
I got my catcher's gear delivered, so I now have my own set of that stuff, which is lovely because, you know, you can always borrow other people's stuff and like use the club stuff, but the amount that I've been using the gear recently with umpiring and, you know, training with pitches and stuff, it's just nice to have my own stuff where it's like, this is mine. The only person who sweats in it is me.
That does make it nicer. That actually does.
Make it nicer.
It really does.
And yeah, so that also arrived. So I've put those away, and I'm like, yeah, I'll get them out at Christmas. They can be Christmas presents to Darcy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember you saying that. Yeah.
Fun fact, that means with those 2 Christmas presents combined, that's like $1,000 worth of stuff. Well, over $1,000 worth of stuff, but yeah. And so Darcy's bought himself a lot of Christmas presents this year.
You know, it's the most expensive gifts your parents have given you.
Exactly.
That's actually funny.
And so I did that, got those done. All my year 12s are finished officially. I have no more year 12s. I'm so psyched about it because it's like I'm like 3 weeks away from the end of the term, and then I get to focus on my university stuff and
the channel.
In the channel and change my, you know, enroll in my courses.
Yeah.
Tell my boss that I'm not going to work anywhere near as much as I was doing this year. Yeah. Next year, and I am really looking forward to that. That's something that I'm super excited for.
Yes.
I've just had a pretty shitty like run of 2 weeks where I've just been like, are you fucking joking?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's the hope of being like, I can just fucking next year I can just be like, nah, I'm not doing anywhere near as much as this. That's been like, yeah, get there, boy.
Yeah. That's gonna be great.
Yeah. Other than that, I've been playing like, you know, a lot of baseball on the Xbox, and I've been playing a bit of Battlefield 6. It's good. I like it. I like it a lot. I went in, I played a game, I was a sniper. I was like, oh, I don't know how I'm gonna go at this, and I was like, oh, that's right, I'm great. And I had a lot of fun. I do enjoy Battlefield 6 a lot. I'm glad I bought it. It's great. Yeah. So now all I have left to do on my game wish list that I really want to get before the end of the year is Space Marine 2.
Yes, yeah.
Xbox. I already own it on the. I already own it on
No,
the PC.
no, I'm well aware. But we discussed that last week.
I already own it and its season passes on the PC. I just want them on the Xbox as well.
Exactly.
Because if I'm going to spend $200 on a game and all of this stuff, I might as well do it twice.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would you do anything else with it?
Why would I want to save money?
Screw that. Yeah.
Sometimes I make bad choices.
Sometimes?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay.
Like 90% of the time, I'm the person you should be listening to the most because I make the best choices. But it's that 10% where it's like, I don't know, Darcy, this seems a little bit weird.
It's the 10% where I show up. It's like, should I buy this game? It's currently $20 off. I'm like, that's the best deal you're gonna get.
Yeah, actually, I did that with Battlefield 6.
I'm aware.
It was like, hey, it's like $5 off, and I'm like, I'm saving money.
Yes.
This is gonna come in so handy when I spend $200 on Space Marine.
It's legitimately the thing of like, you ask me, it's like, I'm not going to be the one to say no to that. Especially when we were talking about the Lord of the Rings RPG. Yeah, there was that thing, it's like, such a good deal though, Kris. I'm like, I know, it is. I can't disagree with that.
They only want hundreds of my human dollars. I can get that back.
Yeah. It's as if sometimes you turn to me to be like, tell me no, and I'm like, that's such a good deal though.
See, I never actually turned to you to say tell me no.
Oh no, I know.
Because I have this thing where it's like when other people ask me advice, I'm like, no, that's a terrible idea. Don't do that. Blah blah blah. But then they're like, oh, well, what would you do? I'm like, oh, I'd 100% do that. And they're like, but you just told me. And I was like, yes, I told you not to. It's a bad idea. For me, I'm like, but it's a really good deal.
I know.
Like, I know it's a bad idea, but that 2% saving, that's pushing me over the edge.
Exactly.
Yeah,
no, I do.
It's like when it's other people's stuff, it's like I can be very subjective and be like, no, that's terrible. Why are you doing that? That's a terrible idea. Stop it. Whereas like if second is me, it's like, I'm saving $1. I'm in. Take my money. Take it all.
I believe we had a conversation just before this podcast where it would have been, or could have been, similar.
Yeah, exactly though.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah.
The point is, when I'm giving you advice, it's generally good. When I'm applying what I do, and people go like, "Oh, but this is what you do," it's like, no, don't do that. That's terrible advice. I give myself bad advice. I give good advice. Me, bad advice.
I'm going to go through the bad advice first. That's why I'm not giving you the bad advice.
I test it on myself, and I say, well, let me tell you about what I found out.
It was a bad idea.
$2, not a saving. Not a saving at all.
Not in the slightest. You know what? You know what that got me? I got a frozen Coke.
Didn't even get that. Don't like them.
Fair point.
But yeah, no, that's sort of my whole thing. Is like, I'm like, if I give you advice, take that advice. It's good advice. Just don't copy what I do, because that's do as I say, not as I do. Because the advice I give is good. The way I act is bad.
I know. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it in one of these cupboards.
But yeah, so yeah, there's that. There's always that. But yeah.
But well, actually, no, we can half consider all the board games a future investment.
Yeah. Okay.
For when we start doing it on the channel.
Exactly. They're all a future investment in my future.
Exactly.
One day board games are going to be worth their weight in gold. So I bought very heavy board games.
He's not wrong.
But yeah, no. Like, the other big thing is, like, because of where we are in November, I'm like, shit, I still got to get Christmas presents for some people. I usually like to do all of my Christmas shopping in advance. But unfortunately, there are people in my life who I'm like, I just don't know what to get these people. I'm like,
that's fair. Fuck. Well, see, that's why I have the habit, and I've probably talked about this before. I don't know if I talked about it on here. I just go to my sisters and be like, here's $50 for each of the kids. I'm done.
pieces them out.
Yeah, pretty much. And then on the day, and it's great because they get a surprise because they didn't know what they were getting from me, and I get a surprise because I also didn't know what they were getting from me.
My thing is a little bit different though. I like go, okay, I'm gonna get the kids something that is. I'm like, I know what they like, so I'm gonna go and look for something that's like in the realm of what they like. And I'm like,
yeah,
and I'm gonna get them something that is not like. it is in the realm of what they like, but something they wouldn't ever ask for.
Okay, yeah.
Because it's kind of like, if they go, oh, can we have this, or can I have this? And it's like, yeah, okay, you can have that because that's what you want. But it's like, I know that, like, one of them, I'm like, I know you're into this kind of, you like to be creative. So what I went and found something so that
it's something they wouldn't have thought of, but
yeah,
but as soon as they see it, they'd be like, "Oh, well, this is great! This is fantastic."
Yeah, and then I go, okay, now that you, because like my plan is like now that you've got this present, next year's present will build on top of that, kind of thing.
Yeah,
so you can keep
fair.
exploring those things that you're interested in.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how I go. Kids though are easy. Find them like I find kids are so very easy.
Yeah.
The ones I find hard are adults because I am an adult and I think about buying presents for adults the same way I think about people buying presents for me, which is, what do you want? Oh, I already bought it.
Yeah, no.
It's like, oh, what do you mean by that? And it's like, oh, well, I wanted it, so because I have an income and I have money and I can be an adult,
and I do have a little bit of a disposable, small amount of disposable income.
Because I'm an adult and I went and bought the things that I wanted. It's like, oh, well, stop buying things you want. I'm like, yeah, but the thing is, like, because my sisters have literally said to me, stop buying things you want and we'll buy them for you for Christmas. I'm like, but the problem is, then I have to wait for them.
Yeah, I have to wait a long time for
it's
them
like,
in some cases.
It's like, oh, it's the middle of March. Oh, I really want this. So I buy it. And they go, oh, we could have got you that for Christmas. It's like, Christmas is so far away.
You could have bought it for me last month. It was my birthday.
Exactly. But you know,
yeah, no, I agree.
That's the thing. So a lot of my stuff is
I have the tendency at this time of the year, I stop buying things that I want. So that if someone turns around and it's like, "What do you want?" So, well, actually, I wanted this, but I've held off of buying it. Now, a lot of the things that I want, and you'd find it the same thing. Sometimes it's not something someone's going to get you for a present because it's too expensive.
That's the other one.
So
that's
it's like,
the big thing.
So in a lot of cases for me, it's just like, how about you just put money towards this thing that I want?
And that's sort of what I go with a lot of things as well.
Yeah.
I'm like, because they'll come up to me and be like, well, what do you want? And it's like, the stuff that I would ask for a present, I pretty much buy myself.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff that I want that I wouldn't ask for a present because it's too expensive, that's the stuff I don't have yet because it's expensive and I'm working towards it.
So you can give a little bit of money towards that if you want.
Yeah, I think that's always a really like a good idea because it's like I get things like and they're like, oh, well, do you want something like this? And it's like, no, and they're like, what do you mean? It's like, well, I would rather go and get that for myself because I know it's a costly item, and I'd rather get one that I know is good than be like, oh yeah, I'm after this, and have you guys go out and be like, oh, these are kind of expensive. We'll try and find a cheap one. I was like, I don't want to put that but I don't want to put that on you guys.
No.
That's something that I want that I need to work towards. Yeah. And so sometimes, it is just easy to be like, just give me some cashola and I will put it towards what I want.
And like for me,
and I generally never do.
Yeah, sometimes.
I mean, generally they give me money and I'm like, oh, cool. Like, I think for my birthday this year, my little sister just gave me cash. And I was like, God, awesome.
Yeah.
And she's like, put it towards whatever you want. And I was like, the reality is you're giving me cash. For me to put it towards whatever I want, I have to go put it in the bank. I'm not going to do that. So instead, I bought myself a couple of lunches with it.
Yeah, and
I'm like, but you know what? I save that money from my bank account because I spent cash on my lunches instead of going and using my card. So it works out.
I agree with that as well. I do the same thing. It's that I'll get given some money and they're like, yeah, put it towards whatever you want. It's like, oh, cool, I've got this bill coming out next week. That's going to help.
Exactly. So that's sort of that. That's sort of that. But like, a lot of the times, like when it comes to presents, I'm like, the things that I want that I don't have yet are too expensive for me to ask for.
Yeah.
And I would never. But the things that I want that I would ask for a present are often things that I'm not really too fussed about waiting for. So I'm like, I will just buy it now. I can do that.
Yeah. So I didn't even ask for anything for my birthday.
Yeah.
2 people asked what I was looking for, and
one person knew what you needed.
New set of dice?
No, it was me when I gave you proper Irish whiskey.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Instead of Jameson.
Look,
yeah,
I love a naive Kris as much as the next person. But when someone says to you, oh, I drink Irish whiskey because it's good, and then they show you the worst Irish whiskey.
No, so see, I drink Jameson because it's not super costly. So it's like I do actually like a good, nice Irish whiskey. Like I agree, the bottle you got me,
Right as tears, mate. Copper.
it is good. It is good. Because I have had some of it already, so I was like, yeah, this is actually pretty good.
Yeah, I need to get my bottle and put it in my thing.
Yeah.
But I haven't done that yet because I don't really have a place to put my set.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, so that's what I sort of do is a lot of the times when I'm drinking, I drink Jameson because it's like people are like, hey, come around. I'm like, cool. I don't have a lot of spare money, so $50 that'll do. That's why.
Mate, that's why I drink Caravan vodka. I think it costs something like $60, but it's a incredibly smooth vodka.
It really is.
And
It is.
and it's like $60 is cheap. Is
Here it's cheap.
no, it's
Well,
not even that. No,
It's not.
because I have a little sister and like a few friends who are in that 20-year-old range.
Yeah.
And I go to them, especially when they were doing uni stuff, and I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna get a cheap bottle of vodka, and I'd like grab that, and they're like, no, we're uni kids. This $30 bottle of vodka is cheap, and I'm like, no, guys, I was a uni kid. You don't buy that because that's where you end up blind the next day.
Yes.
Spend the extra 30 and get something that's good.
Yes.
Because
I
I think
agree.
one of the biggest things that a lot of broke uni kids don't understand, and as someone who was a broke uni kid and went through the partying phases and all that, is like when you buy the cheap alcohol, you actually waste so much of it because it's disgusting and you don't want to drink it. So that's like when
Yeah.
you wake up the next day and you're like, oh shit, I'm pretty sure I had a bottle of this somewhere. I'm just gonna fucking leave it. I don't want it. It's gross. Whereas
Yeah.
when you wake up and you've got a good bottle of something, you're like, and I still have half a bottle of this. Well, I'm going to take that with me.
I'm taking.
And so instead of
Yeah.
one purchase for $30 that you don't want, it becomes something you keep around with you that you purchase for double, but it lasts you much, much longer.
No, I agree. I don't tend to go down to a $30 bottle of alcohol ever.
My friends once bought the cheapest beer they could find. Right, 30 cans for $25.
That sounds horrible.
My friend came into my desk and went, do you want some? And I was like, no. Like, first of all, I don't even know what that brand is. I don't even know where it comes from. And no is always a good answer to those types of things.
Yeah.
I had my TEDs, I was set for life.
Yeah, of course.
He popped the can, it kind of fizzed up a little bit and came running down the side of the can. He put it on my desk and I was like, oh, well, whatever. And we kind of, left it, we drank, we talked, we did. The next morning, I was like, got up and was like, oh, what's this on my desk? Where he'd put the can, the beer that had come out of the can had started to eat away at my desk,
Oh, God.
my wooden desk. And I was like, see, that's why you don't drink cheap alcohol.
Yeah, no, it's a very good reason as to why you don't drink
I was
tea.
like, wow, they were putting that in their bodies. This stuff corrodes wood.
Yes. Like, don't get me wrong, it was when... So obviously when I was in my earlier 20s, I was actually buying... So back when I drank Jack all the time, I would actually get the select barrel of Jack Daniels, so it was about $90 bottle.
Yeah,
So
because you were dumb.
back then, yes. Still a little bit now, but not as dumb.
I think you've always been dumb.
Yeah, but I'm not as dumb. I'm not as dumb.
Anyway,
Yeah, no. So it's things like, at the moment, it's like, yeah, no, getting an expensive bottle of alcohol it's not an option.
it's also just not something you need unless it's like a special occasion. Like
No.
for me, it's like
Well, those bottles I
90
got for my birthday, they're predominantly going to sit there until someone's like, hey, come around, we're doing this thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's sort of what I do. It's like,
Yeah.
if I'm just going to a place where it's like, hey, we're going to do a bit of drinking, we're going to do a bit of this, it's like, I'm not bringing out the big guns.
No, yeah, I agree.
But if it's an event and I'm happy and I want to, I'll bring out the big guns, I'll bring out the good stuff.
Yeah.
And, but I also think you got to be careful with some of the events that you go to. Like, because, like,
Yeah.
if you go to someone's, like, birthday party and you bring you good stuff, it's like, guaranteed you're not leaving with that good stuff. Because everyone's going to be like, oh, yeah, can I have some?
Can I try it and all that sort of stuff?
Give us a shot. And you're like, you don't want to be stingy on someone's birthday.
No.
So you go, yeah, okay, here you go. And then you end up losing,
That's why a lot of our parties,
$120 worth of alcohol because everyone's drunk in it.
which is also why for a lot of the
And
events
they
have,
all brought like fucking cheap fucking Oh, I bought cruises because I intend to steal everyone else's alcohol.
It's also another reason why I stopped spending so much on alcohol, because that would happen in a lot of the events. It would just be share it around. But you're going to take some of mine, so I'm going to take some of yours. You didn't have anything overly expensive, so I also don't have anything overly expensive.
Yeah.
So
I think the other one is like, because again, this kind of goes back to my college days, but I remember like this group of first years when we were all in second year, and we're all sitting there drinking in the things, and a bunch of these first years come in, they're like, oh, you guys drinking in here? And we're like, yeah, you want to join us? They're like, yeah, cool, where are the beers? And we're like, well, what you do is you go down to the store and you buy them.
Yes.
They're like, wait, what? And we're like, oh, fuck you think? And they're like, oh, but like all in O week, everyone was just giving us alcohol. And we're like, yeah, that was O week. We were fucking with you.
Yeah.
We buy you alcohol so that you get incredibly drunk, and then we put you on a bus and drop you in the middle of fucking nowhere. So you've got to deal with a hangover and being lost.
Yes.
And it's like, we don't do that during the rest of the year. The rest of the year, you want stuff, you get it yourself. And they're like, oh, we didn't realize that. And it's like,
yeah.
who the fuck do you think you are? What, you think we're gonna keep cashing out for you guys? No, go fuck yourself.
And then one of your mates walk in and it's like, give me a beer. And then you hand him a beer.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's one of your mates. It's a different situation.
Yeah, and then someone else comes. Well, the other thing was, like, a case of beers for an event is kind of like a timeshare.
Yeah.
What you do is a few of you go in together and you go, because you're not going to drink a case of beer by yourself. But if you want a case of beer for this one thing that's happening, you're like, oh, we got a party coming up. Like, it's toga party. Maybe you and two of your mates go in and you go, let's just get a case of beer together.
Yeah.
And so you go and get your case of beer, and then, you know, they're sitting there and they come in and they're like, oh, where's the beer? And you go, in the fridge. And they go, ah, sweet. Because you've all paid for it. You've all chipped into that. Yeah. But then someone else goes, oh, well, he just went and grabbed a beer. And it's like, you don't know what's happening in our lives.
Yeah.
You, go sit down.
Go get your own. Sit down with a beer. You paid for.
Exactly. But that's the thing. It's like, so like, normally I would always have a case of beer in my room with a 6-pack in the fridge.
Yeah, fair.
Because that was in case I needed it.
Obviously.
You know, what if someone rocks up and they go to talk and it's a heavy talk? You got to go, okay, go down to the fridge, grab 2 beers out of it, bring them back.
Yes. That's understandable.
But like when it's a special event, it's like, yeah, I got that case sitting there, but I don't want to break into my emergency case for this special event. We know this party's coming, so you know I'm probably gonna drink like 6 beers and then just go out and party, and then I'm gonna spend even more money at the party. So it's like, yeah, I'll just go. We'll just timeshare. Me and my buddies will get a case together. That way we've got a bunch of beers for all of us, and you know I think it works out like 8 beers a person is what we usually did.
Yeah.
And then like you drink those 8, then you go to the party, you drink another like 4 drinks, and it's cost you fuck all to get pretty happy till you're done that night.
Yeah.
And better yet, my stash that I always kept untouched.
Yeah.
Completely untouched.
Yeah, that's fair.
And that way, when I don't have a party coming up and I don't know I'm going to need drinks, I still got them there just in case. It's like, holy shit, this is heavy. Better put a whole 6-pack in. I'm gonna need them.
Oh
but yeah. So that's sort of how that used to work, and it was like,
that's fair.
You know, but yeah, cheap alcohol was definitely something that we dealt with a lot in university. Goon was the worst.
You know what? I've always avoided goon.
Yeah.
I've always avoided it.
But you also never went to university where people are so cheap that they're like, you can get a whole 4 liters of goon for like $20, and you're like, yeah, but there's a reason you can get 4 liters of alcohol for $20.
So here's the thing.
It'll kill you.
You know, yeah. You're right. I didn't go to university when people were doing that. However, I did go to other parties of people slightly out of our friend group that did have that mindset, and they'd be like, "Yeah, come play Goon of Fortune." I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it.
Yeah, we didn't really play like Goon of Fortune so much as we just played a lot of King's Cup and a lot of True American.
See, the problem with King's Cup is if there's a larger mixture, I fucking hate it. Especially when...
26 people all drinking different drinks playing King's Cup's not your go?
No, it's not. I will play it, but no. But what I don't
5 decks of cards, that's why you get nice and mixed up.
Yes. No, it was like...
20
first time I played King's Cup was with my brother and one of his mates.
Mm.
Now, we were both drinking bourbon. so that wasn't too bad. Or like me and my brother's mate drinking bourbon, not too bad, not super different. And then Peter was pouring in beer, and it's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
That's actually not the worst thing.
Yeah, what I didn't like was having a drink there and being like, it's about the colour you expect from your bourbon, your whiskies, that sort of stuff, and it's like, oh, that's a horrible green colour now. I don't like that.
Yeah, we would never use a see-through cup. Don't use a see-through cup.
No, it was
We used a trophy once. That was a bit weird, but it was the only thing we had.
So, but the problem is, we were putting in acceptable amount, and then Peter would come through and just pour in a bunch of beer. But it's like, I fucking hate beer.
But see, that's your problem.
And
that's
I got the king every fucking
that's a
time.
you issue.
Yeah,
But we I remember playing it, and it was like beer, then wine, then Dookie was there, and he went. When he pulled his king, he was like, guys, I'm just drinking vodka. So he just poured a bunch of vodka in, and he went, I'll pour some of my mixer in as well. So vodka plus a little bit of lemonade. And then what else was there? Then the goon went in, and then Passion Pop went in.
That would have helped a little.
Passion Pop does take away the smell of goon, I've found.
Well, yeah.
And then it was like, okay, well, here's a little bit of bourbon. And yeah, so like basically at the end of the night, this cup was just like, had 20 different drinks in it.
Yeah.
As well as lemonade.
And a bit of Passion Pop.
A bit of passion. Well, Passion Pop is alcohol, so it counts as a drink.
Well, fair enough then.
But I think the funniest one though was we played True American once. So like we just go out, and if we were playing a plate, you go out, you buy a Dirty 30 of a reasonable beer. I tend to do it with Great Northerns.
Okay.
Because they're reasonable in cans. They don't taste terrible. But like some stuff, when you put it in a can, it tastes like crap.
Yeah, fair.
And so basically, we'd go out, we'd get the Dirty 30, and then like I'd be like, look, guys, I'll buy the Dirty 30. One of you has to provide me with a bottle of alcohol. And they go, what do you mean? I go, I just need a bottle of alcohol so that you can have a swig out of it at the end. So you don't need to give me a whole bottle, just something that we can take a swig out of.
Yeah.
So we did that. We're playing it, and one of the younger guys being like, here's a bottle of Jack. So bottle of Jack was in the middle. And the guy who won it grabs a bottle of Jack, takes his swig, and then sprints over to the sink and like throws it up. Like, what the fuck is that? He goes, yeah, I can't drink bourbon. What the fuck was that?
Jesus Christ.
But like, this was also the time, like, it was the first time I played with a bunch of first years. And so you start the game off by shotgunning a beer.
Yeah.
None of them knew how to do that. So me and Shanty, we were the two old
Don't
ones.
get me wrong, I've never shotgun a beer before.
We just go,
but I know
bang,
how to do it.
Shotgun the beer. One of them goes bang and just points it at another one of them.
What
The rest of them hit it and go, oh my god, it's going everywhere.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And so we started the game, had to stop immediately to clean up all of the beer that was on the floor.
For fuck's
I went,
sake.
but I was smart because we were in the living room, which was carpeted, and I went, we're going to go and do this in the bathroom, which was tiled. But there was like a puddle of beer about this deep, and I'm just like, and I'm sitting there pissing myself laughing, and they're like, what's so funny? I'm like, well, all of you guys are at the front. I'm like, me and Shanty did ours properly, so I'm looking at you guys. I'm like, Tom, who was in the back, he popped it when it started out. He just pointed it at Sam, and that's why Sam's covered in beer. And Sam's like, I thought it was mine. I'm like, no, Tom just went, oh shit, and pointed it at you. And Tom was like, yeah, I didn't really know what to do. I just didn't want it coming at me. And I'm like, no, you pointed it.
I've seen noticed.
But
Oh my god. Like,
college days, mate. College days.
again, like I've never shotgun a beer or a can of anything. But I still know how to do it. Like
It's not difficult. It is not a difficult concept.
Which, correct me if I'm wrong, it's literally like pierce it.
Yeah.
And then it's bring it up to your mouth and crack it open as you do.
So you depending on what you use to pierce it, you kind of want to be a little bit careful there, because if you make the hole too big, you get flooded. But
well, yeah.
You do your puncture, you bring it to your mouth, you're gonna get a little bit covered in beer because works out
a little bit.
And then as it starts to go, that's when you crack it.
Yeah,
because you'll feel it start to go, like, and that's when you need to crack it. Yeah. But like if you get too caught up in the whole thing of I gotta crack it, you can fuck around a little bit because you're trying to, and it's really not the most convenient thing to be like
to be cracking it here. Yeah.
So you go boom, and then you just then you set yourself up and you crack it properly. Because if you try and from the pierce to the go and the crack all in one motion, it's a bit messy.
Oh yeah, I get that.
But yeah, like, but that's the thing that, like, as I always say to you guys, I'm like, you guys know like post university Darcy.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys are all like, oh yeah, but you never did anything like that. I'm like,
well, see, I've never said that.
I know, but there's a few guys here who are like, oh yeah, but you wouldn't know about, and I'm like, oh, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
I was a menace. I was a menace.
You still are.
Yeah, I know. That's it. Probably my favorite thing I ever did at university, though, other than like just the random crap with the boys.
Yeah.
There was a lot of that.
Of course.
But one of the best things we ever did was the water bombing our rival college.
Of course.
And then, like, being like me, like, as everyone's like running away, and I'm like turning to run and go, wait, I'm not fucking running from these idiots. Like, what are they gonna fucking do? And so I just walked off, and then one of them like, comes running up to me, he's like, oh, and I'm like, what? And he's like, nothing. And then I'm like, fuck off. I'm like, that's right, I don't fucking run.
It's like, I don't need to run from these guys.
That was also on the night we played True American.
Sounds right.
But yeah, I was just like, bang, bang, 2 water bombs, and I'm just like, and everyone's like, run! And I'm like, yeah, run! And I'm like, wait, no, why the fuck would I do that?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm a dignified gentleman, I'm gonna fucking walk away.
I'm gonna walk away when they catch up. I'm gonna see what they're gonna do.
What are you gonna do about it?
Probably nothing.
Fucking nothing. I didn't think so. Get out of here.
I think it's just one of those things that they catch up to you and say, hey, what are you gonna do? I didn't plan this far ahead.
Yeah, it's like, what are we gonna do now? You waterbomb me. Yes, I did. You got an issue with that? Yeah. What are we gonna do here? Do you want me to apologize? Yeah. Well, I'm not going to.
It's fucking water.
It was a purposeful act.
Yes.
Surprisingly, I knew what I was doing the entire time.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, no, that's actually...
Maybe if you guys weren't being such dickheads, we wouldn't have done it to you. But you were, so we did. Now we're at an impasse. But I'm not scared of you. Because this guy like, comes running up, and he's like up to here on me, and I'm just like, what? And he's like, and I'm like, yeah, exactly. I'm like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna come at me?
He's probably up to here on you and half your size.
Yeah, he was.
It's like, yeah.
And like at uni, I was like one of the bigger guys, and I was just
Yeah.
like, that's why I was like, I don't gotta run, because like the little guys that are running, and I'm like, I see them running, I'm just like, yeah, okay, I run, and I'm like, wait, I don't need the guys that they're worried about. I pick those guys up and toss them around when I'm fucking with them.
Yeah.
I'm like, I treat my first years like I treat children, you know?
Yeah.
If they annoy me, I pick them up and I'm like, that's it, you're getting thrown out a window. And they're like, wait, what? I'm like, yep, here we go. I start shoving them out and they go, wait, we're 6 floors up. And I go, yeah, I know. Don't piss me off.
Yeah, that's
But yeah,
traumatize them straight away.
that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was it. And I was just like, yeah, there was a lot of shit like that happened in uni. But,
Yeah, that's fair.
you know? And that's what I said, like, uni was a great time for me. But it's also like, the stuff I did there, you could never do in Rocky because it's just not
No.
like
You couldn't.
the people are just too, you know, up themselves.
For one,
and-
getting him drunk and then putting him in the middle of the town and then seeing if they get lost is kind of difficult because if you're lost in Rocky, there's a problem.
It's more like getting him drunk, taking him halfway out to Mount Morgan, than just dumping him in the bush.
See, now that'd be good.
Anyway, but yeah, no, as I said,
Yeah.
the thing is that like people go like, oh, but you know, you've never done this, and you know, and I'm like, guys, I went to university in Sydney. None of you were there for that, and you don't know what I did, and I'm not repeating what I did.
Yeah.
Like, for safety's sake, it's best no one did nothing.
No one did anything, and are you recording? Yeah, we did not.
We did nothing.
Are you recording? No. We did something.
Nothing happened. It was all above board. Anyway, guys, I think that's going to do us for today. So thank you for joining us. If you've liked it, consider liking, sharing, commenting, or subscribing if you haven't already. It really does mean a lot to us here. If you want to see more from me and Kris, check out the rest of the channel. We play video games averagely, and we also have the podcast where we get together once a week and just chat about rubbish, reminisce on the old days,
Yeah, that's
all
pretty
of that kind of jazz.
Yeah,
But guys, until next time, I've been Darcy. That is Kris.
it is.
And we will catch you next time right here on the channel.
Indeed.
See you later.
So yeah.
Sideways finger guns.
Oh shit.
That's right. We're getting gangster.
Oh no.